Get off the phone.
I'm sorry, Miss Andre, you were saying?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most brutal deaths in comedy movies.
Oh, crikey.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most horrible ways to go out, as told by our favorite comedies. If it wasn't obvious enough, look out for spoilers ahead. Death or no, what's your go-to funny movie? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Joe Mentalino, Dumb and Dumber. They may be dumb and dumber, but Harry and Lloyd are unintentional geniuses.
You've had this pair of extra gloves this whole time?
Yeah, we're in the Rockies.
They consistently evade a criminal organization throughout the film, and sometimes even best them. Mental is a gangster who is after the briefcase that Harry and Lloyd are carrying, which, unknown to them, is full of ransom money.
No, the briefcase isn't even ours. Some lady left at the airport. We're just bringing it back to her. How's your burger?
In order to retrieve it, Mental plans to kill the men with rat poison. He also has a stomach ulcer for which he takes pills. You see where this is going. Mental's ulcer acts up after he eats some hot peppers, forcing Harry and Lloyd to give him his pills. It ends up being the rat poison, and Mental dies with a hilarious and rather painful sounding gurgle. Ugh.
Check, please.
Number 9. Chris Danson and PK Highsmith, The Other Guys. Just when you thought cop parodies were stale and dead, in came The Other Guys.
All the gunfights, all the car chases, all the sex we don't want to have with women, but we have to, all due to what you guys do.
The comedy contains 2 brilliant cameos with Dwayne Johnson and Samuel L. Jackson, who play cocky NYPD detectives Danson and Highsmith. These two are your typical action movie heroes, partaking in friendly banter and causing widespread destruction throughout the city. Though they play antagonistic roles, it's difficult to fault Jackson and The Rock. Their untimely end comes when the criminals they're chasing escape off a tall roof, and they jump after them. They aim for the bushes and splatter straight on the sidewalk. There were no bushes, and even if there were, the duo would have certainly died anyway. As the other characters ponder, what in the heck were they thinking?
Wasn't even an awning in their direction.
No, I know.
Jumped 20 stories. Doesn't make sense, does it?
Number 8. Damien Cockburn, Tropic Thunder. This film did the impossible. It made gore and death really, really funny.
Believe me, gentlemen, it will be glorious. If it looks real, chances are it probably is.
Damien Cockburn is an inexperienced director who takes his actors into the jungle to film a war movie. Scenes are supposed to be captured by hidden cameras, with tons of rigged explosions set up through the landscape.
We have rigged this entire Valley of Death with hidden cameras.
Unbeknown to the cast and crew, however, Damien has accidentally dropped them in gang territory, and his death proves it. After rousing the fake troops, Damien turns and steps on a very real landmine. The timing, the sound design, and especially the grisly aftermath all combines to create a hilarious and wildly unpredictable demise. And the worst is that everyone thinks it's just all part of the props.
Yeah!
Number 7. James Franco, This Is the End. On the surface, This Is the End is an uproarious R-rated comedy about movie stars surviving the apocalypse.
Huge earthquake happens. Who do they rescue first? Actors.
Famous people.
They'll get Clooney, Sandra Bullock, me. If there's room, you guys will come.
But it's also a rather clever satire of the entertainment industry, and it contains some good lessons about pride and selfishness. The movie sees some of our very favorite comedians playing exaggerated versions of themselves during, the apocalypse. You kind of just have to go with it.
It was something else. It was Judgment Day. Like Terminator 2? No, not like Terminator 2, for God's sakes.
After Craig Robinson, James Franco sacrifices himself for the good of the group and is awarded with entry into heaven, but he resorts to his crude ways on the journey up, prompting a quick return to Earth. With that, Franco is devoured by a gang of roving cannibals.
You may not have invited me to your party, but you're the guest of honor at mine.
All he had to do was keep his mouth shut and he was golden. Number 6. Heather Chandler, Heathers. A dark comedy about conformity, Heathers is a savage indictment of high school life.
Greetings and salutations. You a Heather?
No, I'm a Veronica Sawyer.
Winona Ryder plays Veronica Sawyer, who comes to be associated with Queen Bee Heather Chandler. Veronica pukes on Heather during a party, causing the vindictive clique leader to target her for metaphorical social death. Well, Veronica's new boyfriend JD targets Heather for actual death.
Killing her won't solve anything. I say we just grow up, be adults, and die.
Instead of conducting a relatively harmless prank, JD pours Heather a mug of drain cleaner and says nothing when Veronica accidentally brings it to her. It doesn't take long for Heather to collapse into the glass table. What a Heatherable way to go. A Heather frying way to go? There's a horrific pun in there somewhere.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. I just killed my best friend.
And your worst enemy.
Same difference.
Number 5. Mike, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. We've seen countless slasher parodies, but none like Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
We'll go find your friends. You should relax. Tucker and Dale are on the case. Ain't that right, Tucker? Yeah.
It's a very intelligent story concerning a group of young campers who stumble upon the painfully kind Tucker and Dale. However, the campers misinterpret their actions as being hostile, and when some accidentally kill themselves in elaborate ways, the survivors think that Tucker and Dale are responsible.
Tell them what you saw.
Well, it was really dark, but it looked like one of the guys was, eating her face off.
That is so disgusting.
Todd impaling himself on a spear is certainly a lot to grapple with, but we're giving the spot to Mike. While he's trying to save Allison from captivity, he lunges at Tucker, who is harmlessly cutting some wood. Unfortunately for Mike, Tucker ducks at the very last second, prompting him to dive straight into a running wood chipper. The results are not pretty. Number 4. Derek's Friends, Zoolander. It's pretty frickin' sad when Derek Zoolander is the smartest man in the room, or in this case, in the car.
But why male models?
You serious?
Derek's friends take him out to get coffee since he's been feeling a little lost and dejected. They stop at a gas station after getting the drinks and partake in a horribly misguided gasoline fight. Yes, the grown men spray each other with gasoline.
You make the sunshine brighter than the darkest day.
And even worse, one of them decides to light up a cigarette. Zoolander is quick to show concern and tries to stop the whole ordeal, but is too late. The lighter ignites the gas and Zoolander's friends die in a humongous explosion. At least they went out having fun? Number 3. Vincent Ludwig, The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. Director David Zucker knows how to take things to the extreme.
Why should I tell you?
Maybe this'll help.
I still don't think I should tell you.
Can you spot me at 20? How about now?
All right, I'm going down to Ludwig's office. I'll find out if you're telling the truth.
His brand of comedy is instantly identifiable, and that extends to character deaths as well. Drug kingpin Vincent Ludwig makes his way to the top of Anaheim Stadium and suffers a legendary Zucker demise. First, he's shot in the neck with a dart and falls off the roof.
You killed him.
No. He's just stunned. He'll be all right in a couple of minutes. Well,
This presumably kills him, but if it didn't, then the passing convoy of vehicles certainly did. In successive fashion, Ludwig is run over by a bus, flattened by a steamroller, and stomped on by a marching band. Talk about desecrating the dead.
I know it. My father went the same way.
Number 2. David, Shaun of the Dead. David is antagonistic towards Shaun throughout the entirety of the movie. Their personalities clash, and even worse, David secretly has a thing for Shaun's girlfriend.
Why don't you go out there, you love her so much?
What do you mean by that?
Things come to blows in the Winchester pub when David nearly shoots Shaun's zombified mother. Shaun punches David, and David tries shooting him in retaliation.
David, no!
David nearly apologizes to Shaun, but he picks a really bad place to do it. Standing right in front of the window, David is grabbed by a group of zombies who shatter the glass. Going beyond mere biting, the zombies quite literally tear him apart. At least his leg went to good use. Before we unveil our top pick, Here are a few honorable mentions. Chad Feldheimer, burn after reading. He's caught snooping and gets a surprise bullet in the head. Patches O'Houlihan, Dodgeball, a true underdog story. A Luck of the Irish sign falls and crushes Patches in a horrendous bit of irony.
You really think we can beat Global GP? As long as we got Patches, we got a shot.
Chubbs Peterson, Happy Gilmore. Let this be a lesson about not standing too close to windows.
Remember the gator that got your hand? I got his head.
Chubbs! Chubbs!
Peter James Bond, This is Spinal Tap. The drumming position is cursed and Peter spontaneously combusts.
It just went up. It just was like a flash of green light, and that was it. Nothing was left.
Look at his face.
Well, there was.
It's true. This
true.
really did
There was a
happen.
little green globule on his drum seat.
It's like a stain, really.
Bill Murray, Zombieland. Murray plays a prank on the wrong person.
What's this?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Major T.J. King Kong, Dr. Strangelove. Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece of political satire features one of the most iconic deaths in cinema, and also one of the most brutal.
1 issue of prophylactics, 3 lipsticks, 3 pair of nylon stockings. Shoot, a fella could have a pretty good weekend in Vegas with all that stuff.
Slim Pickens plays Major T.J. King Kong, and we're already laughing. King Kong is the pilot of a B-52 bomber that attacks a Soviet missile site. Kong makes the curious decision to straddle a hydrogen bomb while repairing a faulty door. His efforts work and the door opens, dropping both him and the hydrogen bomb onto its target. Kong has a grand time on the way down, but riding a bomb to its point of explosive impact is not how we would want to go. I never thought I'd be saying the words straddle a hydrogen bomb like in a sentence, but I am. This is the greatest day of my life. Really? What the heck were you thinking?